see, well, I just skipped a month, I guess. December totally got away from me. And number one, my husband being that he started his Christmas break on December 19th and lasted until January 6th, I believe. Anyway, so here I am trying to get ready for another one. So I did make notes this time and I will try to stick to them. And yeah, um, just kind of a in the year in review. Everybody else is making what I made in 2025, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. If you want to see what I made, go look or go to Instagram and see what I've made. I do have a hashtag Susie Knits 2025. So, and I don't think I've really, since I've been doing this, I really haven't been sharing a lot. So I need to get better at that, maybe. But looking at Ravelry, at my projects for the year, I realized I have knit myself 8 sweaters and tops. That includes this poncho that's behind me. I think. Did I finish? Yes, it was done by Christmas, I think. But I had to sew it up, and I totally the when you sew up, you knit 2 pieces together, and then you have to sew the shoulder seams and the side seams. And I kind of got it off. I got more on one side and not so much on the other. So I need to redo that. I was going to show you a picture of what it's supposed to look like. And it is called Poncho on the Go by Brome Fields. And it first popped up on you can see the reflection of my window blinds in my Ravelry feed, I believe, as a advertisement, I guess. And I'm like, I love that. So sometimes I go look at the pattern and see if it's free. They do have a free version. And I had a notification. I got sidetracked. It's like on a blog. So if you don't buy the pattern, they give you a free size medium. And so I think that's what I made. I made a medium, and I really wanted the large. So if I make another one, and I think I want to make another one, I'm going to do more. This just looks like short sleeve. Of course, this is the short side of the neck. Do a longer. I want these sides to at least cover most of my arm and not just like at the elbow like it does now. So I guess I've jumped right into what I've made, finished objects. So there's that, but I want to make another one. That one is, I can't remember if I put it back in my queue or not. Another finished object is my Sophie scarf. And I think I did knit the small on this, and I'm not sure why. Probably because it kind of takes me a while to get through a Sophie scarf pattern. And it's really the same thing. It's an easy pattern, but it just takes me a while, I guess. But I made the small, and this is out of baby alpaca. And in fact, it is Wool in the Gang Sugar Baby Alpaca. This is what was left. Super, super nice. Love it, love it, love it. So super soft. And I don't know, it's kind of weird to wear because I feel like I'm just trying to cover up my saggy neckline, my saggy neck. But because it's still there. Ooh, got caught in my earring. Yeah, so that's not going to work. We'll just take out my earring. Sorry about that. It's still caught. Anyway, moving on. Okay, the next big thing that I finished in 2025 was, and I just finished this just the other night. So it's not, it is a 2026 finished object. But for my temperature blanket, I was able to finish 10 days ahead because that's how far ahead my weather forecast takes me. And so I'm rather disappointed in it. Oh, that's really bothering me that that's hooked. I don't even know how to begin to get this. I can't even reach the back of my, there it is. Let's see if I can see what I'm doing here. Oh my word. There, it was frustrating me. So sorry. So sorry. Anyway, so I'll show you my tent blanket and why I'm discouraged. Because it starts out so wide, right? And then it starts doing this. And it's so big, I don't know how I can show you, but here it is. This is where I started, and I did a row of baubles. This is my birthday right here. I have a January 19th birthday. And here's another row of baubles. That's our anniversary. It'll be 52 this year. Thank you very much. And goes through, and I didn't do another special day until here, and that is the 4th of July because I held 3 fingering weights together for the red, white, and blue, and it's one of the yarns was sparkly. I think it was my blue that was sparkly. And then my next special day was Scotland and Ireland trip, and that's when I did the Brianna Kay is calling this the wheat stitch. So, and I can't think of the official name of the stitch right now. But when you do 2 rows of it, then it does look like the wheat stitch. So, but, and I also did their weather, which is very close to ours actually. So, yeah, so there's the wheat stitch. And then, let's see, I don't think I had another special day until, can you tell which row is our first snow? It's our first snow. And then no more. No more special days. And then I ended it. And I'm thinking maybe I'll block it and see if I can stretch it out a little bit more. I thought I'd be using this blanket a lot, and it has been cold, but it is super long, and I haven't really used it yet because for Christmas I got a Sherpa lined blanket, and I've been using it 24/7. So anyway, there's that. And I'm not going to bother folding that back up right now. So I'll set it over there. Okay. Was that all my FOs? Poncho on the Go, Sophie, tent blanket. And I'm still working on, well, I finished this. I finished this mitten. I just found this mitten pattern. It's called the World's Simplest Mittens. No. Those, I'm sorry, that was the World's Simplest Mittens was for my granddaughter, which I let me go find the picture. The super, so, and I added a crochet chain to attach them so she could run that through the sleeves of her coat. And I hope I got that wingspan properly. I doubt if I did. but anyway, super cute mittens. I made those in a day. and just using, I'm using a lot of, or lately anyway, I'm using leftover yarns for my temperature blanket. So anyway, there's that. So, but then I started knitting, well, I'd already started knitting this mitten. This mitten pattern is, and they're free, it's also a free pattern. Charlotte's mitten was also a free pattern. These are the reversible double thickness mittens. I love this pattern. I just have to show you. It's knit from tip to tip. Started here. Oh, I started on the purple. I started here with, is it Judy's Magic Cast On? I always use them for socks. And you put your thumb on hold, and then you knit the cuff, and then you change colors if you want it another color to make them reversible. And then here, I did manage to, then you Kitchener stitch the end of this one. But totally, they're awesome. I love them. I did mess up on this. The white is just a little bit too long. So I also got a different gauge on that white too, come to think of it. So, well, I can't seem to get that back in there. Anyway, super fun. And now I'm making, it's really too big. My daughter wanted a pair of mittens to go pick up dog poop with. She really wanted fingerless mittens with another cover that went over the fingers. But I said, I'm not making those. I'm making these. So this is what she's getting. So just let me finish fiddling with that a little bit. So here's the purple side. Yeah, the thumb feels too long in there too. So yeah, reversible, and they're so super thick. So my husband is going to get these. And then I'm knitting another pair, which I'll get to. Well, I might as well show them since I'm there, because I haven't finished anything else. Here is the one, I just finished it last night. Here's the smaller size, so you can tell the difference. This is way bigger. Of course, you can't really tell because you don't know how big my hand is. Yeah, I got the white. My reverse is kind of bunched up in there right now. But anyway, this is a much nicer size for a lady. And so I just have to cast on for the new one. So inside of hers is also purple. And being K-State fans, that purple is really nice. So yeah, just using up a lot of scraps from my temperature blanket, and I still have a ton. Okay, what's next? I had a lot of cast-ons. Let's see, I forget which is what in what. Oh yeah. No, I did cast this on in 2025. This is, it's kind of stuck on my needle stoppers. This is my Highland Thistle sweater. I cast this on, soon after well, I've been wanting to make the sky sweater. And I did a swatch with this yarn, and it didn't meet gauge. So I think it was supposed to meet a DK gauge, and it did not. It was way too small. I didn't have enough to double, but this is a fingering weight. And this yarn is surely in here somewhere. Oh, there. It's the Harriet Fine. from Juniper Moon Farms. And it's baby alpaca blended with nylon for durability. So there's that. This was from my yarn shop that I've been hoarding. I still have some of that in browns. I can't see them right up there. Like 3 skeins of it. So I gotta find something else to make with this stuff. I love alpaca. If I'm gonna wear something, I want it to be alpaca. For sure. So here's the Highland Thistle. It's, of course, when you do lace work, you can't really, until you block it, you can't really tell what it is. You can kind of tell it's a thistle because of this. And it's got some other lace work on it. And yeah, it's a slow goer for sure, since it's fingering weight yarn, but I can't wait to wear it. It's super lovely. I love it, love it. Also, now that I've done this, now when I seem to make a sweater, I want it to be that double neckline because it looks so much neater. I wish I'd done that on this, but I did not. So there's that. I kind of got out of order here. Let me get a drink. Hang on. Well, let me show one more. I'll show one more thing. My other thing I was going to show is now getting buried. I had so much of this. Well, actually, I bought this yarn for a blanket, and then I went even a fourth into the blanket, and I had ordered a whole bunch of this yarn. Joann's went out of business, so I ordered it online, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to rip it out. I can't. I'm never going to finish it. It's going so slow. So now I've got 4, 5, about 6 skeins of this stuff, maybe just 5. So anyway, just didn't know. I don't want to knit for the grandkids in it. It's a foresty green, alpine green and respun. I don't want to, it's not a good grandkid color, so yeah, it's just too dark. I feel like my grandkids need bright colors, but kid colors. This is not a kid color. Anyway, it finally dawned on me, knit your husband a sweater. So I am. So I cast on, let's see, what is it called? It's called For You Sweater. It's for my husband, and it's by Eliza Knit. Eliza, or Alaya. And I can't read my writing. Is that a Y or a Z? I'll link everything below, don't worry. Anyway, I haven't got very far on it. I'm just in the, let's see, it's the armhole. This is the armhole. Still increasing. I need to put it on bigger cables right now because it's starting to get bunched up. There's the neckline. He's a big guy, so I think it's going to use every bit of this yarn, and it's got to be long. It'll fit everywhere else, but I think he doesn't want it to fit tight, of course, but it does need to be long, if anything else. So there's that. Moving along slowly, just increasing on the raglans right now. Going slow because I've been working on other things, but I've dedicated today to work on it, so I'm going to work on that pretty much all day. Make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Oh, the biggest thing I have to show you. I have to show you my granny squares. I'm using scrap yarn. I made these granny, I forget how many's here. Didn't plan it, There are some squares that I did plan, like I started following the pattern. Oh, this is called the Ruth cardigan crochet. And she starts out the pattern saying you need to make so many of these and so many of these. So I made so many of these and so many of these. I think 6. So why does that one look bigger than, oh, that's the one I messed up. I'm going to use it anyway. I don't care. It still looks bigger, I think just because of the border. But anyway, nope, that is the messed up one. Anyway, so anyway, I can figure out how to disperse them. But anyway, I'm starting to really love these jewel tones in there and the oranges. And I don't usually pick, I think this is my favorite square. This green is the respun I just showed you. So anyway, so I am using another skein to put all these together. So that's the hard part. I finished these a long time ago, several weeks ago, and now I have to crochet them together. Not my favorite thing to do, but I've got to get in there and do it because I want the sweater. Yeah, so anyway, there's that. That's up and coming. But I love the granny sweaters. They're beautiful. Oh, just beautiful. Okay, one more. I'm going to show one more thing because I've showed it before. It is in my largest project bag. It's my absolute largest project bag because it was made for blankets. And I think I originally made it for my first project, my first temperature blanket. Now it houses all not all of them, I have so many scraps of sock yarn and oh my gosh, this is full of sock yarn. Full of sock yarn. And I'm using these Clover Takumi bamboo needles size 1. And they're short. They're the shortest I could find, I think. Or no, I think the ones on here are short. I feel like they are shorter. These are pretty short. They are 6 inches long. Oops, 6 inches long. Anyway, so this is going to be a focus this year. I've already, and this has been in the making for years, at least 7. But it's kind of a memory, and in fact, it's called the Cozy Memory Blanket. And you look at some of these squares and you go, yeah, I remember, and I know what I made with that. Usually left over from socks. Some of these colors I dyed myself. When I was playing with color, I dyed this one. Usually, and I think it was Kool-Aid dyed, actually. I dyed it with Kool-Aid. This one, Kool-Aid dyed. I was just starting to play with my dyeing. Anyway, there's another one with some speckles. Anyway, so it does bring back some memories. And when we did Secret Sisters, I got a lot of, I had a Secret Sister that helped me get some little samples of knitting. Anyway, okay, this is a blanket. It's as long as it needs to be, but I'm going to turn it into an afghan. A caftan, sorry. I get my words messed up sometimes. Or what I'm thinking and what comes out of my mouth are 2 different things. So I want it to be like a robe-like thing or something just to put around the house in. So I don't know if I'll ever ever get this done, but I'm going to see how far I can get this year. It's one of my goals. One of my goals. Now, I have other, what did I zip up? I have other things that I'm working on. I've got a bag of yarn over there that's gonna be a sweater. It's a scrappy sweater, stripes. And another one is the Copenhagen blocks, which I have not been working on, but need to. So, there is all that. I do have a sock that I haven't been working on it. I get it out once in a while. I'm still working on getting through this sock. Yeah, I'm on the last of it, but it's a pretty long sock because I was trying to use up the whole skein of yarn. Here's the first sock. So I still have, it's probably about here. So I really don't have that far to go. So I'm going to try to get those finished so I can wear them before sock season is over. You know what I need? A good pair of clogs to wear with my socks. Years ago they had, and I don't know if they still sell them or not, but and I bought a pair of clogs. They had boots. It was a yarn shop that was in Manhattan, Kansas years ago, and I think her name was Kanetta Tully that owned the shop. She had the boots, but by the time I came into them, she was selling out. So she didn't have my boot size, and but they did have the clogs, so I bought a pair of the clear clogs. They're like clear rubber clogs, and so I could wear my socks with them. And then I got a puppy, and the puppy chewed on one of them. I still wore them after that because you couldn't, if I had jeans on, you couldn't tell, you couldn't see the chewed part. Anyway, yeah. So, but I kind of wish I had them back. I wish I hadn't gotten rid of them. I'd wear them again. One more thing, my granddaughter, she's my kindred spirit, I think. She has loved knitting. She's the one that got me into the Copenhagen blocks. She now wants to knit a sweater, and I think she's going to find yarn for some clogs. There's a popular clog right now, and I can't remember the name of the pattern. I'll just look. If I can find them. Sorry, cut my finger this morning. In Ravelry, it's on the popular page or trending or whatever you want to call it. They're called the sailor slippers. So they're you knit them on large needles with 100% wool, and then you shrink them, and so they become felted and super warm. I have made felted clogs. They are super warm. I feel like they last a long time if you have carpet, but if you're padding around on wood floors, I think they wear out faster. But there for a while I was trying to patch them, but the soles wear out. So you can purchase soles, but somehow I don't know, I never did. Not that crazy about the hard rubber soles, or maybe something like if you did what kind of paint is that? The puffy paint on the bottom to keep them slip proof or whatever. Anyway, okay, I'm 29 minutes in. I should just stop, but I'm going to show you my queue. I found a hat pattern that somebody posted it on Ravelry. It was a free pattern, and I don't know if I thought it was, Nah, I don't remember. I'm silly. But it's called the November Morning Hat. And I think Malabrigo Yarns posted it. Of course, it's in the Malabrigo yarn and it's beautiful. I'll post links to this stuff so you can look them up if you want. That was number 1 in my queue. I moved it up. Not that it matters. I bought this thinking, yeah, it was going to be my husband's sweater, but no. I kept getting confused on where I was at in the pattern when I put it down and come back. And I think what I did was I on the chart, I read it the wrong way. I was going the wrong way. And so I totally messed that up. So that is, but I did just buy yarn so I could make this. I ordered a drops yarn, Lima, I believe, in chalk color. If anybody was ordered from drops before. But it was a really good deal. I paid under $50. It was 40, I can't remember. 40 something, 47, I think, what I paid for it. $12 for shipping and handling. So that got me. This classic ribbed hat from Pearl Soho. It's a free pattern. I thought, well, I'm going to put this in my queue because I think that'll use up some yarn, and it's available for free. Next is, oh my gosh, the Weekender has been in my queue forever. I own both patterns, the worsted weight and the lightweight versions. Haven't knit it yet, but I want to. This yarn was going to be a Weekender, but I'm like, nope. I don't know why. I think this is the Sonia pattern. This is the Sky cabled sweater that I was talking about. I bought the pattern. I'm ready to make it. But now it's fallen by the wayside. I will make it eventually. My sister and I both have enabled each other to make these frogs. I haven't made this one yet. The peppermint socks, I just saved this. I do buy the socks from Knit On Designs. It's a Knit On Designs pattern. Knit several over socks. I just saved this because I liked the color combination. The simple stripe sweater, which that's what I'm going to make with that pile of yarn I just told you about that's in a bag over there with scrap yarn in it. This has been in my queue for way too long. Here we gnome again. I was going to make these gnomes. I think they're adorable. I haven't yet. When I was in Alaska, I bought a kit. Now, this was already in my queue, or at least in my favorites. And when I was in Alaska, they had a kit. So I bought the kit. So that's in my future. There's other hats that I adore. I want them to be made out of either alpaca. This is called the Grow Hat. If you can see what looks like a fern or something growing. And then one that's almost like it is called the Hoarfrost hat. I don't know if you can see past my ridiculous... I had to shut the blinds because it's too sunny today. The Hoarfrost hat, and I believe it used to be a free pattern. I got it as a free pattern. Frog and Toad, I made Frog. I still have to make Toad. So that's why he's still in my queue. I'm a petite knit fan apparently now. The cabled sweater was a petite knit pattern. And I think I saved this one, the novice sweater, because of the neckline. I kind of liked that a little bit higher neckline for obvious reasons. Alpine Bloom is a colorwork sweater. I want to make that. Haven't found the perfect yarns for the colorwork yet. This is a fingering brioche bandana cowl. I love brioche. I've only successfully made one thing brioche. So maybe I want to get better at brioche. This is the Peatland Sweater by Cheryl Makatari. Some pretty color work. You can go look these up later and get better pictures if you'd like. And here's another brioche cowl. It's called Training Wheels. So maybe I'll start with that and it'll help me get with the program on brioche. And here's another one, Winter Flower Hat. Just another colorwork hat that I thought was pretty. And the stripe hype sweater. I really like the way the colors of the stripes are patterned like that. I do love that. So maybe. But I've already got that other striped sweater going, so. Number 21 on my queue is the King Salmon hat. Look at that. Somebody in my family is going to get that. I have fishermen in my family. And another petite knit pattern, the Storm sweater. You probably can't really see all the patterning in that. It's a fully textured sweater, which if I get through the other cable sweater, I don't know if I'll we'll see. This has been in my queue for a while. It is like an adorable coat for a grandchild, great-grandchild. I say grandchild, but all my grandchildren are grown, and now I'm getting great-grandchildren. Anyway, I thought that was cute. Also, number 24 in my queue is a big dog sweater. Now, I was going to make this for my grand dog, Ollie, but his mama just made him a crocheted sweater, finally. She got tired of waiting on me. Here is the Lakes pullover, which I've already made. I made one in a coral color, kind of, or a peachy. I don't even know what color to call that. Getting warm. It has that, I forget what you call saddle shoulder. And I already knit it, but I didn't like the yarn that I made it from. I feel like you could see where I've picked up stitches, and I just want to make it out of another yarn. I think I would love it better, though I wear it quite often. But yeah, sorry, got my hair is a mess. The Turtle Dove. I've made this before. Oh, it's the Turtle Dove 2, which I already have the pattern. I want to make that, I guess, because of the collar, and it has kind of a big boxy fit. And it's an Espace Tricot pattern. Now, Espace Tricot, and I used to love to watch their podcasts, but they have since, I mean, they had, between the two of them, they owned a yarn shop in Quebec, Canada. Wow, I'm really burning up right now. I don't know why. And they just poured out the content. I love to watch them because they did make so much. They inspired me to make so much, or inspire or enable. I'm not sure which I should say. And all their patterns were free. They were all free. Well, somebody else has bought the business. They both got out. One of them went back to school teaching, and the other one went on. She created another company. She dyes yarn now. So, and I don't know if she's still designing patterns or not. But what irks me is the people that bought it are now, they're not offering the patterns that were already there for free. They're free if you buy their yarn, which I get that. But It just kind of irks me that a pattern they didn't even write. I guess they bought the rights to it. They can do whatever they want. But somebody else wrote the pattern and now they're charging people for it. I just thought that was awful. Number 27, last. It's the last one, thankfully. A little sweater called Ginger Snap by Kristen Reddig. Another little sweet thing for my little sweet Charlotte. Whether I get them done, who knows? I like them. When I put things in my queue, it's because maybe I want to go back and look at it later. Maybe I aspire to make it, but sometimes I go through here and look and go, yeah, maybe I changed my mind on that or whatever. But the things I've made, I'm sorry, I'm making this way too long. I'm in 40 minutes already. And really, I wanted to show you these cute little tags my granddaughter got me in the little yarn shop she found in Texas. And they're little tags that say, this is the back. It's the back of a sheep. And you put them in your sweaters. Some of my sweaters, I don't know I have to really study it to see which one's the back. But I've been doing a lot of short rows. I do like this one, and I have short rows in the back so that it fits better. It like your front comes out lower than your back. Your back is higher, so you know that's the back. So like this one wouldn't need it, but I do have other sweaters that would need it. So anyway, that's what I got for this time. Hopefully it won't be so long next time. I'm going to add some pictures of our lovely snow. We didn't get very much snow, but I still have my Christmas tree up, and I feel like it's nice to have my tree up and it have snow on the ground. Life is short, whatever. Oh, I was looking at this yarn for that hat I was showing you. I guess I had that laying out here for a reason. It's sock yarn, and I think I will make. I was thinking about holding them together. So these two. To be determined. I don't know yet. Anyway, okay, that's it for now, and I hope everybody has a great rest of your January. Next time you see me, I'm going to be, I don't know why I'm dwelling on this. Usually I don't care. And I guess I still don't care, but it's a big number. It's a big number. And I don't know. I was hoping to celebrate in some way. But what do you do in January? I've been seeing a lot of reels where people are like January birthday reels, and like, what do you do in January? You know, nobody makes a big deal. It's after Christmas. Everybody's broke. What can you do? How can you celebrate a big birthday? Anyway, okay, I won't tell you how old I am though, but I'm telling you, you need 2 hands. Well, you needed 2 hands last year too, but that's all the hints I'm going to give you. Okay, love you all. Go well, prosper, and knit. Oh my gosh, just knit. If you feel stressed, pick up a hook. You can hook it or stitch it, whatever you want to do. Nothing calms your mind better. All right, love you guys.